Guys, and welcome back to another action video. Today we are hopping into the 6th episode of the 5th season of Smallville Exposed. Last time we got to college and Lana got accepted to Met U, but she had to join a sorority, and they had this like weird rabies disease that was actually part of like a Luthor Corp experiment that basically turned them into vampires, and Lana became a vampire for an episode. So I definitely think they wanted to try something really fun, and it just didn't land that much for me, but it's cool. I'm glad that it served a lot of purposes, though. It got Chloe into the Daily Planet. It got Lana living with Chloe again, and we got to like learn a little bit more about Professor Spine. I was thinking of Professor Fine, and then he's also Spike, so he's gonna be Professor Spine now. Fifthly decided. But you know, him and Lex are like battling it out for basically like, I feel like for the soul of Clark. Like they're both like, don't trust the other person and you can trust me, and what is this other person up to? And it'll be definitely fun to see where this all goes, because we all know that Lex and Clark are really on the outs right now, so he doesn't trust Lex at all. But he also doesn't really know, you know, Spike at all either. And I don't really know who he is or what he is. So I'm sure over the next, you know, couple episodes, we're going to get a lot more into kind of who he is. And you'll be able to find out a lot more about him and why he's even here on Earth and why he's a professor and everything else. So yeah, so we are moving forward, getting out of high school and into college and everything else. So let's just go ahead and hop into this. If you want to see my full reaction, head on over to my Patreon page. The link is in the description below. Or you can hang out right here on YouTube. That's perfectly fine. Just be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. So without further ado, we are hopping into the 6th episode of the 5th season of Smallville Exposed. Let's go.
Lois, I'm sorry you were in.
Hey Lois, you're back.
I need you to help me move out of the campus.
Aww.
The apartment at the time.
Oh, okay.
How are you ever gonna live without Clark? One word, bliss.
Oh.
I had a crush on Richie Cunningham. I will never understand.
You're too hard on him. Come on.
I need a reporter to meet me. 7th and next month.
Okay. Who's this girl?
Over here.
Whoa! Oh! What?
She's dead.
What the hell?
That's the best you got? Had another 6 inches out here.
Hey friend, who are you?
How your reflexes have got? Senator Jack.
Senator? Okay.
But what happened to Uncle Jack? Why do you make the trek all the way out here in the middle of a campaign? Rumor has it I'm running against Lex Luthor.
Well, that's interesting. Well, he's gonna become president one day, so.
No ID or make on the vehicle, no ID on the driver, and no clue why this girl called. I'd say you're off to a great start as an investigative reporter, Miss Sullivan.
Wow.
For anything else, let me know.
Wow. Okay, bitch. Come on now.
This end of the rock.
Yep.
Detective Sawyer, this girl died trying to tell me her story. We have to find out who did this.
I will do my job. You do yours.
I ran the number that Melissa girl called from. It was from the payphone right near where we saw her. But the only address is within 10 blocks from the place was a bunch of warehouses and a club called the Wingate. Maggie Sawyer dropped this
Hey.
CD.
Hey, Maggie. At least you are following up a little bit.
What can I do for you?
Young woman was killed in a warehouse district last night. Hit and run.
Never seen her before.
Really?
All due respect, Senator. Pictures don't lie.
This picture's a fake. Doesn't matter. The minute it hits the press, damage is done. So it looks like the mudslinging's already started.
Did you like? You know, after you've been MIA for weeks, I don't think hello is too much to ask for.
Right? Just barge in here now without so much of, how do you do?
You honestly don't recognize that picture? The only thing I recognize is the booth. It's the Wingate Gentlemen's Club in Metropolis. But if you're serious about getting through that front door, you need a little more than your driver's license. Stay out of trouble.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
So you think that Melissa girl was a dancer here? I don't know. Do you guys know anything about a woman named Melissa Page?
Okay then. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
You ladies lost?
She's here to dance.
What? Ah, Chloe, what'd you get her into?
You know, I've never liked you all that much, Lex, but even I'm surprised by the depths you're willing to sink to.
And I'm sure you have such a good view of it all from your pulpit. It's his cell phone record. He's been calling his dead stripper friend a little more than frequently.
When do you release
Lex
this?
didn't do it.
I'm not, but if I found it, you know the press won't be far behind.
Yeah.
I thought he'd like a heads up.
So Senator is seeing a shipper friend. Perfect. That'll look really good. Damn, Tom looks good in a suit.
I'm meeting Jack Jennings. Senator, you sure you use usual
No, he has the usual table. Shit. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Just document something about Melissa.
Hey, handsome, what can I get for you?
I'll have a Coke. Sit straight up on the rocks.
What? He is so awkward. Oh god, Lois, what are you doing? He's like, I can't believe I'm watching this. Oh, she saw him. He's so awkward.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
You gotta play the part, girl. You gotta play the part.
It's Chloe's fault. We're following a murder story.
Well, that makes two of us, but I think I'll stick to my method.
You're gonna get me fired if you keep looking at me like I'm the top of the hat.
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. Give me a 20 and meet me out there.
I can't stop smiling. Oh, this is hilarious. Oh my god, he's such a child.
For 500K, you know I don't ask any questions of my girls. Everybody freeze!
Everybody run for your lives, getting raided. Oh shit, that's the European guy.
Really wrong time, really wrong place, kid.
Oh, damn it.
Clark? Clark, what are you doing here?
You're like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? What is everybody doing here?
There's the swap guy, kind of Euro looking. Every few months he picks some lucky girl and takes her out of his dump. All we know is that the girls disappear, and then no one ever sees them again. Somebody should have warned your friend about that. Lois?
Yeah, that guy has her.
Thank Lex Luthor for some very generous phone calls.
Right?
Sawyer, I think the guy that killed Melissa Page has my cousin.
It's the same guy made some deal with the club owner just before she vanished.
Do you know this guy's name?
No.
Luthor may have pulled a get-out-of-jail-free card for you this time, but it will not happen again. If you want to play Nancy Drew and Hardy Boy, do it in someone else's precinct.
Well, damn.
When are we going to tell me about the girl, Jack?
Yeah, I wasn't?
Well, what do you want me to say? That my marriage is more of a business arrangement and the only person who makes me happy is some dancer half my age? How much of that would you have really understood? I might not understand any of it, Jack. You've never had a lie get out of hand.
He said a few.
You are Clark's hero, so I'm not supposed to have any faults, huh? You know why there's no heroes today? It's because at the end of the day, people don't respect them, they envy them. They're just waiting for them to screw up.
I think I have something a little more your size.
I'd be like, yeah, can you get me out of this stripper outfit, please? I like Mark those on. Thank you. That's like some psycho killer shit right there. He has like all her shit? No, I'm good. I'm good.
You have a whole new life ahead of you now.
I don't know what kind of kink you're into, but...
Oh! Oh! Get him, Lois! I was gonna say, it took him a second.
I told Detective Sawyer that the guy was the son of some foreign diplomat.
Then you'd have diplomatic plates. See, while you were inside checking out the entertainment, I was out in the parking lot taking shots of the license plates of all the cars.
Okay, cool.
Let's see you in tower.
See you! They are getting her out of there.
Lois? Chloe, it's a fake passport for Lois. You think they're gonna try to smuggle her out of the country?
Yeah.
Clark, there's a helipad on the roof.
Oh! Oh, get him, Lois!
Nice of you to show up.
Oh,
I thought assuming that means thank you.
basically, yeah.
Looks like it got caught on the cable.
This scumbag was about to air cargo me to the honeymoon suite at the Gropa Cabana. I'm glad you're all right. Now, if you will release him, I'm afraid Mr. Lyon is free to go.
Wait, what?
Diplomatic immunity.
Mr. Lyon can't be arrested or tried for any crime he commits on our soil.
That's not really a real thing. Oh! There you go. Well, at least she can do something.
You had me masterminding this whole Jennings plot before you walked through those doors.
Yep.
Then I looked up to Jack.
He made a mistake. It's fine. He fell in love with the wrong person. It happens.
We all need to believe in heroes, Clark. And even the best ones are far from perfect.
That is very true.
Your father's always had some pretty high expectations of the people around him. He's the one man I never wanted to disappoint.
You should try being his son.
Right?
You think your dad will ever forgive me?
Yeah.
I've given him a lot of trial runs.
Yeah, a lot.
What are you gonna do?
I'm pulling out of the race.
What? Just like that?
Jack, if you're pulling out of this race because your old buddy can't seem to climb off his pulpit, that's not what I wanted. All I really ask is that you be honest.
I'm pulling out of the race because I'm no longer the best man for the job. I'm talking about you, John.
What?
Kansas could use a senator like you.
Is he gonna run for senator?
Before I start any of the real heavy lifting.
That's a nice
First,
apartment.
Daily Planet, Thailand.
Congratulations. This year, Interpol was able to arrest them due to an anonymous tip.
I wonder who gave him that.
Look, I'm not great at this, so just keep your mouth shut and listen up. Even though I was kicking butt on the helicopter, it was really nice to have backup. And you didn't have to come after me, but you always do. So I wanted to say thank you. You're a really good friend. Oh, and about the lap dance, if you decide to tell anybody about it, your Elmer Fudd nightlight will make a very public appearance.
Aye, sailor.
They're so cute. I love their constant just like bickering and just rubbing into each other. It's good. All right, well, that was exposed. Let's go to talk about it. Well, that was the 6th episode of the 5th season of Smallville, Exposed. I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. I thought it was good. It was concise. The writing was very tight, and like there was no B plot. It was completely the A plot, and it set up a lot of things for the future that were good, and it also continued the whole friendship of Lois and Clark. So I guess the whole plot was that there was this stripper who, Senator Jennings, who was Jonathan's like childhood friend, had basically, he's fallen in love with her and kept her a secret. Well, then she ends up getting killed by this suave Euro guy, and Jennings end up, basically a photo gets leaked as he's running for senator of him cuddling up with this stripper that obviously is not his wife. So that would definitely do a lot of damage when it comes to re-election. And so Clark wants to go to this club to investigate, but at the same time you have the classic Lois and Clark dynamic where they both are on the same story coming together. They just get there by different ways, and I think that was a really enjoyable part. That felt like just a classic Lois and Clark thing, an episode, because Chloe and Lois are hanging out and they get a phone call from this girl, and so they go and investigate and find out that she was the stripper at this same club that Clark goes to investigate. And of course, Lois, like as part of a distraction and making sure they can stay in the club, she ends up having to strip, and Clark, sees her. It's all awkward and hilarious, and it was so good. Their dynamic is awesome, and just seeing them go about trying to solve this murder mystery, like going different paths and coming to the same place and same conclusion, is so fun. It's so classic and so good. But of course, Lois ends up having to get captured by the suave guy, and of course, because it's Superman, you have to be in a helicopter, and of course Clark ends up rescuing her and saves the day. So again, that was fun. Unfortunately, Lois is not living with the Kents anymore, even though we never saw her live with the Kents, but because like everybody's moving around where they live. Like right now, Chloe and Lana are at the dorm, so because she's not living at the Talon anymore, Lois takes it, which actually makes perfect sense. So Lois is now at the Talon. So cool. But then we also have the other storyline of Lex running against Senator to become senator, and actually makes sense because he is going to be president. So it does make sense that they would start to pique his interest into politics and start that side of his goals that he wants to accomplish. So that's cool. I don't know exactly how I feel about now, like basically Jennings is giving the reins to Jonathan to go up against Lex to become senator, just because he's never wanted to be in politics or be a senator whatsoever. He's shown none of that. It's like he's a farmer, and now he's this. It's a weird. I understand why, because he is, he's trustworthy, he's loyal, he's not afraid of the Luthers. I understand his logic. It's just he's shown no aspirations for this, so I'm not sure how I feel about the storyline, but I'm going to give it a chance because I don't know what they're going to do with it. So I'll give this whole storyline a chance. It makes so much sense for Lex to go into this race. Not really Jonathan, but we'll see just what happens with this. And I could get on board. It's just like right now they only had like, hey, you should think about running. So we'll see how they handle this storyline going forward, and then I'll have a better handle on how I really feel about it. I'm not sure exactly how I feel. But yeah, I thought it was a good episode. It was a fun episode. It was a classic, you know, Lois and Clark finding different ways to get to the same story, and they have good banter. They, you know, are making fun of each other and just like giving each other a hard time, and it's fun. Because I'm sorry, if you don't give like your friends a hard time, are they really a friend? I'm just saying. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. I like the fact there was really no B plot. It was all A plot, very tight episode. Just like I think the second episode, I think it was Mortal, was the same thing. It was a great episode because there was no like B plot. It was the entire thing. And also, I am finding they are definitely getting away from like the meteor freaks and things like that. So like this episode, there were no powers. It was literally just Clark trying to solve this mystery and help out his friend. And I thought that was great. And I think those are the better episodes when it's literally just Clark and people who don't have powers. I think those tend to be the better episodes. So at the end of the day, like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. I really liked it. It felt very classic Superman, especially when he added in the helicopter and everything else. So I'm going to give this an 8.5. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a good episode, tight episode, and it was good. In terms of the tally board, it's a +1 for person of color character because there was one of the strippers was, I believe one of them was a person of color, so we're at 19. We're at a +1 for Clois Ending, which gives us 5. And of course, we have a Under the Bridge because there's a shot under the bridge at the very beginning when Chloe and Lois saw the girl get run over. So now we are at 6. So if you want to see my full reaction to this episode or any of my other episodes, head on over to my Patreon page. The link is in the description below. Or you can hang out right here on YouTube. That's perfectly fine. Just be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you for the next episode.